Hello students, in this video we will discuss about trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. First, it should be clear what is the complementary. Complementary means if the sum of two angles is equal to the right angle, that means 90 degree, then each angle known as complementary angles. That means in any right angle triangle, suppose this is a right angle triangle A, B and C, in which angle B is 90 degree, then angle A plus angle C, since angle A plus angle C equal to 90 degree, by the property of angle sum property of triangle. So each angle means angle A and angle C, both angles is known as complementary angles. Now there are six trigonometric ratios for the complementary angles. We take for the angle A sine of 90 minus A. Sine of 90 minus A. What will happen if you go into the quadrant? What is the quadrant? Already about quadrant we have discussed in the coordinate geometry. If in any plane two lines which are perpendicular to each other, one horizontal and one vertical, intersect each other at O, then these lines divide the whole plane into the four parts. First part, second part and third part and this fourth part. First part start always from here and go into the or calculate into the anti-clockwise direction always. If you go clockwise direction, this will be wrong. That means this is the first quadrant, this is the second, this is the third and this is the fourth. If any particle move from here means from the x-axis, then on that place angle of that particle will be with x-axis is 0 degree, and as move in the direction, that means clockwise, anti-clockwise, angle will be increases. If this particle move and reach on the y-axis, this angle will be 90 degree. Now you can see here 90 minus A, where A is if angle A lie between 0 and 90, that means greater than 0 but less than 90, then in this position 90 minus A, position of that particle will be in the first quadrant. So sine 90 minus A will be equal to cos of A. That means this is the position on y-axis. On the y-axis function will be changed. How to change? Sine change into the cos and cos change into the sine. Tan change into the cot and cot change into the tan. Sec change into the cosec and cosec change into the cos, but only on y-axis. This topic is very fast and we will study in the class 11. So remember only this: sine 90 minus A equal to cos A, cos of 90 minus A equal to sine of A. We have discussed here cos change into the sine. tan of 90 minus a equal to cot of a, while cot of 90 minus a equal to tan of a. Sec 90 minus a equal to cosec of a, while cosec 90 minus a is equal to sec of a. These are known as trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. You should be memorize this. Now we will discuss some another type of trigonometric ratios. That means there are a relation between two or more trigonometric ratios at a time. I write here. These are very important trigonometric ratio identities. First is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. This is the original form of this identity. From here you can derive for two another identity as like sin square theta equal to 1 minus cos square theta, and you can write this in this form: sin of theta equal to root under 1 minus cos square theta, or cos square theta equal to 1 minus sin square theta. Transfer sin square theta on the right side, imply that cos theta equal to root under 1 minus sin square theta. On the same way, second identity is 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta. This is the original form of this identity. Now you can change into the 1 equal to sec square theta minus tan square theta, or 1 equal to, also you can write sec square theta minus tan square theta, because square root of 1 is 1, means taking square root on both sides, and tan square theta equal to sec square theta minus 1 implies that tan theta equal to root under sec square theta minus 1. And third identity I write here. Third identity is 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. This is the original form of the third identity. This is the third identity. Now you can write this 1 equal to cosec square theta minus cot square theta, or you can write this taking square root on both sides. So this will be 1 equal to root under cosec square theta minus cot square theta. There are some basic identities, and in your syllabus this is the given that how to find sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1 plus tan square theta equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta also. Proof of this identity you can find on the two ways. First is mathematically and second is algebraically. Now in the next video we will take some examples related to this chapter.